Secretary Noem, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff recently said that the Trump administration is actively looking at suspending habeas corpus. Last week you were asked about this, and I want to clarify your position because it's obviously really important to get this right. So Secretary Noem, what is habeas corpus?
Well, habeas corpus is a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country and suspend their right to.
Let me stop you, ma'am. Habeas corpus, excuse me, that's incorrect.
President Lincoln used it.
Excuse me. Habeas corpus is the legal principle that requires that the government provide a public reason for detaining and imprisoning people. If not for that protection, the government could simply arrest people, including American citizens, and hold them indefinitely for no reason. Habeas corpus is the foundational right that separates free societies like America from police states like North Korea. As a senator from the Live Free or Die state, this matters a lot to me and my constituents and to all Americans. So Secretary Noem, do you support the core protection that habeas corpus provides, that the government must provide a public reason in order to detain and imprison someone?
Yeah, I support habeas corpus. I also recognize that the President of the United States has the authority under the Constitution to decide if it should be suspended or not.
It has never
Let us be clear, though, that this president...
It has never been done without approval of Congress. Even Abraham Lincoln got retroactive approval from Congress. So I have been asking executive branch nominees a simple question over the past few months. If the president orders them to break the law, I've been asking, will you follow the law or follow the order? I want to ask you a more specific question here. If the president tries to suspend habeas corpus and a federal court reverses the president's order, will you comply with the court order and uphold habeas corpus, or will you follow the president's directive?
We are following all federal court orders and are complying with that, as is the president, and every decision that I make as well.
That is obviously not true for anybody who reads the news. There are federal court orders right now, including returning somebody who was deported mistakenly. But to be clear, this is about a fundamental legal right that ensures that we live in a free society instead of a police state that would have a sham legal system like Russia or North Korea. So I'm glad that you have now committed to following court orders. I'm glad you believe in the basic freedom for Americans if ordered to do so by a court. And again, I want just to make clear that it is critically important that even if the president tries to suspend the right of people to know why they've been detained or imprisoned, if a federal court reverses that order, that you will follow that order. And I hope all members of the administration will, because it's obviously critical that some of the people, for instance, who've been deported by mistake, who didn't get due process, be returned in compliance with court orders.
Shalom, shalom, Yasha Allah. I want to start off first things first, with all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Ra Kadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is the correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers living in truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo, y'all Shiralas, we just seen right there. We just seen Congress, a senator, and the Homeland Security Secretary arguing over the suspension of habeas corpus, which is a very hot topic right now. The Lord done put on my spirit. I had to cook on this one. He put on my spirit to bring it out, to let Yahshua know what's going on, because I've been hearing rumors that Trump is going to initiate martial law. And I'm like, why is he going to initiate martial law out the blue? And why they're saying it's because he's looking to suspend habeas corpus, and then you got to ask you, well, what is that? Most people ain't, really identify what habeas corpus is. So we here to shed light on that, bring edification, and let you know what it is. So let's go get it. And this ain't no conspiracy theory, no TikTok conspiracy you just seen. Those was government officials arguing over suspension of habeas corpus. And so what is habeas corpus? Habeas corpus is the fundamental legal principle that requires the government to demonstrate a legitimate reason for obtaining someone. It's a right or court order that compels the custodian of an individual to bring that person before a court to determine the legality of their detention, and essentially assures that no one can be held indefinitely without due process of the law. So what that means is, if they want to detain you, take you to jail, or deport you, you have to go through the court. You got to go through before a judge. They're going to issue out, your verdict, whether you stay, whether you can go, but you have to go to court. That's a constitutional right in Babylon the Great or America. And right now, Trump is looking for dictatorship. He wants to suspend that, because if he gets that suspended, that means they can deport you without no court order, no due process. They ain't got to no court. They just round you up in a van, bus, whatever it is, deport your butt to El Salvador, whatever country they want to deport you to. And really, he just wants to do this because this is an attack on the children of Israel. They're already attacking the northern tribes, Issachar, Ephraim, Asher, Naphtali, Gad, Reuben, all the northern tribes. Well, I ain't gonna say Gad and Reuben, that's native. But all your Hispanic, the Latin tribes are being attacked right now by Babylon the Great, but that ain't good enough. This devil wants to attack all the children of Israel. So if he can get the court or Congress to allow him to suspend habeas corpus, which it looked like he ain't even gonna allow the court. He can declare martial law, and he can initiate it just like that. And so you look at habeas corpus and the purpose, check it out. When you go to right here, it's a constitutional protection, but it says the U.S. Constitution protects the right to habeas corpus, though it can be suspended in the cases of rebellion or invasion when the public safety requires it. So everything is set up. Donald Trump can say, hey, it's a national emergency. We getting invaded. National security, and with that, it goes to executive powers. And this devil done signed a whole lot of executive orders in order to give him the power to get rid of whoever he wants to get rid of, which is going to be the children of Israel. That's what it is. And so they're going to use their laws to come after the children of Israel. And that was all predicted in our Bible, the book of law. Let's go get it. Let's go get it, y'all, Charlotte. We getting into some very juicy times here in Babylon the Great. And that's a very hot topic that we should be keeping our eyes on, because that can happen at any time. So let's go to Isaiah 10:1. And it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And what is this devil writing with that's grievous? His laws. If this devil suspends habeas corpus, anybody he don't like or he deems a terrorist group, which would be us, the Hebrew Israelites, they call us black Hebrew Israelites, using that black word, he could call us an enemy to the state, and they can round us all up and ship us off without any court order. No judge, no go for the law, none of that. He go straight dictatorship, anarchy, wild, wild west. It'd be what he say. He'll be like a king, making unrighteous decrees, because we ain't did nothing to these people. All we trying to do is, get a dollar and take care of our families. Jake ain't bothering nobody. Us working class, the decent Jakes, let me say. I can't speak for the wild YNs and the 2/3, but overall, your working class of Jakes is not bothering nobody. We're paying taxes. Either Northern Tribe is doing that. But the thing is, when Trump said make America great again, he meant make America white again. To do that, he has to get rid of the yellow and brown people, which majority of them are the children of Israel. That's who he want to get up out of here. So right now he got his Secretary of Homeland Security, and they got troops. They got Homeland Security troops. They'll probably be the ones that carry out their order if that's, being made. Like, especially for us brothers that do the truth, us prophets, you best believe we on the list. You best believe they coming for us. And we don't care. We're not scared. We've been waiting on Esau. Like, bring it. We're protected by the Lord. We'll see where our stance is at when the devil comes against us. And when you think about it, you got to ask yourself, why is Esau doing this at this time? Why at this time is the devil doing that? And we can answer that, man. You just go to Revelation 12:12. And it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. The devil's time is short. That's why he tried to suspend habeas corpus, so he can round us up and ship us up out of here. They scared. They are very afraid. They can see the tides is turning. They've been exposed. The small hatters, they're having a very hard time trying to keep that lie up. Really, the lie's gone. They done lost the narrative over there in Gaza. So they're pressing their lackeys like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Bill Gates. Hey, y'all gotta hurry up and do this thing. Y'all gotta fast track this. Y'all gotta get the MOTB set up. Y'all gotta get these jakes up out of here, cause we losing. Esau see that he's losing. When I say Esau, I'm talking about the so-called white man, the white nation. They're losing right now. And the Lord had me this weekend. You know, this weekend we had a biker rally, Black Wall Street biker rally, downtown Tulsa, right there on Black Wall Street. And the Lord had it, because usually I'll go to stuff like that, but he had it where, you know, I had to be there. And I see why Esau's moving with great haste. I see so many Jakes doing good, Yashral, at their biker rally. I'm talking about lots of Jakes. I'm talking about all kind of Jakes from all over the nation was here, because it started to become a tourist spot here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And guess what, Yashral? No fighting. No fighting. I didn't see no fighting amongst Jakes. Jake was enjoying each other. We started to learn how to love each other again. The curses is coming off us. Esau see that. And that's making him scared and very angry. We're not as divided as we used to be. Jake made a lot of money, good food, good music, and Jake enjoyed each other. We started to love each other again. So that's how they never know his time is short. Because wasn't no shootouts, wasn't no shooting, wasn't no Jakes arguing. It was a lot of Jakes, you know, having smiles. Really, they was making mirth. That's what they was doing. And just the vibe was so different, Yashua. Oh, the vibe was amazing. It was a lot of love in the air. And Esau don't like that. So he has to move fast. He has to come down on Yasharala and chop them numbers up and spread us out and create that disarray. Create that confusion. Because Jake started to come together. An old school Jake even said something to me when I was out there. He's like, man, we got to join one another, brother. We got to join our people. And I was like, man, you right. And it was just a very loving vibe, man. Jake got it. I see why that devil was so jealous, man. Our people was looking good, Yasharala. The food was good. And I'm like, man, I see why Esau mad. Yasharala is doing well right now. Despite all the stuff that's going on. So he like, oh, hell no. We got to do something about this. We got to switch it up. So they could initiate martial law real soon and suspend habeas corpus. That way he could attack the children of Israel and specifically go for the hopeful elect, which we welcome that. Because that's where that devil going to get stuffed up. That's where that standard going to get lifted up. He'll lose right there. And let's see, I'm going to go get this right here, because it said that during a rebellion or a case of invasion, they could suspend habeas corpus, and that's that sedition the Lord promised. So let's go get that. Because everybody keeps saying that, so they're talking about doing blackouts. So look for them to do an event to create chaos, which they'll try to establish the order, in which they'll use their military, their powers, which is going to be like a dragon or a beast, in order to try to, you know, get back control of the children of Israel, Yashar Allah. Because you can tell Yashar Allah is getting free. You can definitely see it. You can feel it. It's all in the air. So to get this right here, because if the lights go out or some type of event happen, the dollar gets, out of here, suspended. If the dollar crashes, it's going to initiate sedition, civil unrest, riots. And when that happens, it's going to give him full power to suspend habeas corpus and all the executive orders he signed. See, Donald Trump is wielding executive power right now because they're in rulership. Once those events happen, all the executive orders go light speed, go into effect. And all of it is things to get rid of the children of Israel. So we read this right here, the second Esdras. Second Esdras 15 and 14 says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's that race war that's cooking up. And you can tell it's cooking up. I've been seeing a divide like no other. You got Becky's talking noise to Israelite women. You got Israelite women talking about they tired of all the Beckys and Karens, the Edomite women. You even got a term going out called black fatigue. They basically said, we're tired of black people. And they got Trump as president. Trump like, I got you. We gonna do this, do that, get him. And it's only a very few Jakes is gonna put up a fight. Very few. Most of your Israelite people are scared of Edomites. So, I'm going to give verse 16. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes in the course of their actions instead in their power. So if he suspends the habeas corpus, that means the Constitution is suspended. So at that point, Esau gets to do whatever he want to do. He can get a police immunity like he been flexing, back them up with military powers, and just go ahead and attack the children of Israel. You know, is what Esau Edom wants to do. So be weary of that, Yasharallah. You know, or I say just watch for that. Don't be weary of it because we ain't got nothing to worry about, you know, us in the house of David. But watch out for that. We're very much in the end time. Especially, hey, say when the stores get short, when the shelves get short, that can lead to sedition of men and rebellions and riots because there's no food. You know, you got Walmart. It's all set up too, y'all. You got Walmart talking about they got to raise their prices because of the tariffs. All they going to do is finger point each other. Walmart say it's Trump's fault. Trump going to say, I told Walmart to eat the tariff. It's their fault. Everything is set up. All this is a plot to attack the children of Israel. I'm going to prove that. Let's go get it. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 12. Where my music go? Look at that. The internet been acting up all day. You can just tell we at the end time. So check this out, Yasharallah, because this is what Esau's about to do. Especially if they can get, you know, that martial law going. Because it's going to be chaos. It's going to lead to Jacob's trouble. So this is Revelation 12 and 17. It says that the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. You peep that. Said the dragon was wroth with the woman, angry, mad. Who's the woman? The nation of Israel. That's the woman. And why are they mad at us? Because we keep the commandments of Yahweh. So they're going to come at us that's specifically in this truth, the hopeful elect. And what else do we got that's really important? We got the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. We know who Yahushua is. We know our power. We're not under the sway of Jesus Christ. And that's another reason how Esau know what time it is. That name Jesus Christ, that's going by the wayside. You got a lot of Israelites that's no longer under that spell of plantation Christianity. They're not under that anymore. Now they're coming back to the Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach. The Lord's name is back, Yahweh. And now we're trying our best to keep the commandments of the Lord, and Esau don't like that. Because the effects is very much in play. Esau look up, why my kingdom crumbling? Why is it going down? Oh, it's those Israelites. They're praying in the true names of the Lord. They're keeping the commandments, so that means I ain't get the revenue from them I used to get. They changing their habits. Because pretty much we're coming up out of the grasp of this devil. He doesn't like that, Yasharallah. He does not like that one bit. So Esau, Edom, who is the devil in the flesh, knows he has to come after us real hard. He been trying other tactics, it ain't working. So it's going to get to the point where he got to go by what he know works, and that's that sword, his military power. And he has to use that to attack us in order to try to keep his rulership going. And the ones he get, he's going to try to tag with the mark of the beast, which is that RFID microchip, which Elon Musk is testing out right now as we speak. Neuralink. Look it up if you have it. So everything is set up. We just wait for the devil to make stuff mandatory. Wait for the devil to, announce something crazy on the news. That's all we wait for. So it look like it could be a hot summer, Yasharala. We're going to wait and see. But a lot of interesting things are happening. And I just had to post that and make sure that we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know what Habeas Corpus is. And we know why you want to suspend it. We know why. Because Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he's ready to go after Judah. He's ready to go after the so-called African American. He wants us. He want to get at us. Because he always had Judah in his grasp. And now that he's losing Judah, which is the head tribe of the nation of Israel, he knows he's feeling his power slipping away. So he got to do something to get it back right. He got to get something to get back control. Because Esau's about control. He want control. But we're at a point in prophecy where the Lord like, hey, your time is finished, man. You better let my people go. The Lord coming in that Moses spirit. You better let my people go. And we know the devil proud. He like, man, I got technology on my side. I've been smashing on these people. And I'm going to continue to smash on these people. The Lord like, okay, you think you is? Watch this. So we just wait on the Lord to turn us up. Because us hopefully like men that do the work, the prophets, we're prepped for this. We ready for Esau to come on with it. We like, man, come on. We've been waiting on you. So we're not scared. We're not worried about Esau coming down with great wrath. Because that's where we're going to meet him at. Lord willing, we're those men. And we get raised up to spiritual power so we get our lick back. So we're waiting on that. The sooner the better. So I'm like, I hope they do suspend Habeas Corpus, man. Come on with it. Please do. We ready to see our lots. We want to see how much the Lord loves us. We want to see. So the one way to find out, Esau got to come down with that great wrath and put his hands on us and make us holler out the names of the Lord. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. He gonna force us to do that. And if the Lord is with us, that divine intervention gonna kick in, man. Esau gonna know our power is here. Being here in the spirit. Being here in the spirit. That's why we've been awakened, and now we teaching this word, edifying our people. That's the spirit talking. That's what got Esau scared. It's the ghost of Yahweh Shah that got him spooked. And when Yahweh Shah show up with them chariots, woo, this devil, they gonna spin it as an alien invasion. That's how they gonna spin it. Or they gonna say it's AI. That's why Esau doing all this little stuff he's doing, so he can spin the narrative when reality really pops up in his face. And if you don't know what time it is, you'll be deceived by Esau. But the hopeful egg, we're not deceived, man. We are patiently waiting on Yahweh Shah. He told us how he gonna come in, all dramatic, every eye gonna see him. So get a very big dramatic interest back into the atmosphere of the planet Earth. It's gonna be very big. So we're gonna know who our Lord Savior is. So with that being said, I hope this is edifying. I want to say Kwam Yashra Allah and stay locked in because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way. Shalom.